Hello and thank you for clicking on this video.
Now that you've clicked on this video, you are in my care now. It is my responsibility to make sure that you do not no-click through this universe into the backrooms. But if that should happen, just know that if you enter the backrooms, there is likely no way of getting out. Be careful down there.
We're not specifically talking about the Backrooms today, however, Kane Pixels, otherwise known as Kane Parsons, just dropped another video that has already hit 865,000 views at this time. I'm a little late to the show. The video came out about 2 weeks ago, but I wanted to react to the video. I haven't seen it yet. I wanted to save that to watch with you guys.
The viewer.
His Backrooms video posted to his YouTube account in 2022 popularized the concept of liminal space horror. If you're wondering what liminal space horror is, it is a place that is familiar yet disturbing. It can be likened to going into a room and forgetting why you went into the room, and then internalizing the question and wondering where you were in time as you habitually went through the motions. Also likened to the feeling of driving home and then realizing that you were in autopilot and don't remember the drive. The Backrooms garnered so much attention online that A24 Productions picked up the idea and are working with Kane to bring the Backrooms to the big screen. Go get that money, Kane! Enough of that though, let's experience Kane's most recent video, The Oldest View Beneath the Earth. Already definitely has some very atmospheric stuff going on. Kind of shot in like a vlog-like style.
Wyatt here.
Yeah.
I hope you're all having a great day. I know I am, because today I've got something really cool to show you that I found. I'm currently on my way to, I shouldn't say the name of the park, I don't want to, just because the spot I'm taking you to is technically in pretty far into private property. Not gonna.
I just want to pause and say something. I am very impressed with Kane. He is so young. I believe he's 17 or 18 years old, and I mean he's already making awesome videos. The Backrooms, I don't even know how he did it. The amount of satisfaction I had from those videos because of how it made me feel on a deep level of having these moments of terror where you realize that you're just not where you are anymore, and you clip into a place that just seems so familiar, but like so disturbing. He's a genius. He's making really good stuff. I have high expectations for him. I have high expectations for this video, so I'll shut up. We'll watch a little bit of it, and we'll kind of dice it up and see what we're looking at, see what where we are.
I'm gonna get into that, not gonna worry about it, but generally trespassing, not good. don't trespass. I'll probably be fine, but don't trespass unless you found a really cool secret tunnel in the woods that you want to check out and show to your internet buddies. In that case, I think it's fair game. So from that, you might be able to deduce what I'm planning on showing you guys today. So stay tuned.
All right, so far I like the setup. All the audio is very raw. It doesn't have any like kind of professionalism to it. It's just you're getting a raw vlog style video. He seems to be setting us up for this experience that we're going to a place that he knows about but nobody else knows about, which is never a good idea in any sense where you're going off to be alone somewhere. So it's very interesting to me that he's taking this approach, and I'm very excited to see what he has in store for us.
All right, it's super windy right now, so I hope you guys can hear me. I've been walking for like an hour, 45 minutes, and I got turned around a little bit back there, but I think this is the spot. I gotta get a little further. Okay, yes, this is it. So, here is the hole. I'll show that in a moment. Inconspicuous.
Okay, so hold on a second. So he has just come up upon this very robust looking tree that almost looks biblical. First thing that popped into my head was kind of like the Joshua tree, but nonetheless a big robust tree, and there's a hole beneath it that looks like it's about the width of, you know, maybe a person could squeeze into that hole, but still not very big. When he was walking, you get a glimpse of, right here is where we can see what looks to be like a tunnel of some sorts. I think we got some fun stuff coming up in this one, so let's take a look.
Is the hole. I'll show that in a moment. Inconspicuous, tiny little hole in the ground. Honestly, just like a little cave or something. I don't know. I mean, that's what I thought it was the first time that I saw this the other day. I mean, it's out literally in the middle of nowhere, under this big oak. But if you actually take a look down inside, there are stairs down there.
Very Backrooms style.
Look at that.
Already reminds me of the Backrooms.
So I didn't notice this before last time I was here because it was in a rush and it was a lot darker out, but it looks like these stairs used to go up further, if that makes sense. And what I find really weird is that all the lights, these lights are on. So that tells me that they're...
So this is what I'm talking about by his compositions. I don't understand how he does this. How did we get beneath a tree and now we're looking down this tunnel? How is he doing this? If anybody knows, please let me know down in the comments below, because this is just unreal. I don't know. Do you do this with like video compositing? Do you mask things out? It's just crazy. It almost seems like a real place. It could be, by all means. Maybe, you know, maybe somebody hit him up and said, hey, I know a place we can film. Like, there's this weird tunnel. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, but at the same time, I don't know. It doesn't seem like the case, but anyways.
There's still something active here. But then the entrance is so...
And there's running electricity.
So low tech. Is that it's just fucking strange. Kind of just looks like someone was going up but got cut off and buried.
My man Kane. My man Kane got that big brain.
I can't really anticipate if anyone's going to be around here. I don't hear anyone, but the lights are on, and I have no clue what I'm stepping into.
So we're just stepping down an endless hallway. This kind of goes back to that, like, liminal imaginative horrors that he perfected so well with the Backrooms.
This, I think, was about as far as I got.
Okay, so he's saying previously this was the furthest he's gone down.
Ran back up to go home, get some more space to record my phone, since that was really low. I'm gonna give it a go.
Alright, so he's descending lower than he previously has. We're coming to the bottom here, so it almost looks like it's going to turn to the left. Yep. It's going to go down and to the left, and wow. Would any of you go down this? I think this would be the point where I'd stop. I don't think I'm going any further than this.
go. You hear that? It just keeps going.
What a perfect example of how to just completely mess with my mind even more, because I don't know how he's doing this. Does this place exist somewhere and somebody told him, oh, I got a place you can film? Or how is he doing this? Like, that whole throwing a ball down the stairs effect to just add that drama, to just make your imagination continuously go. It's like the whole throwing a rock down into the deep hole, waiting for it to, you know, crack along the walls or hit water or something, and just getting an idea of how deep something goes. Except we can see how deep this goes to some degree without really knowing exactly how far it goes. But just that simple effect of throwing a baseball down the stairs just kind of creates that horror. I'm excited to see where we're going with this.
It just keeps going. So on edge that I'm gonna run into someone.
All right, so it kind of looks like it's leveling out, or the perception.
One of these is gonna be a hallway or room or something. Because what else? What is the purpose of these things?
No, maybe it is still stairs. Maybe the stairs are just getting smaller, or the perception of the recessed walls are throwing me off.
One thing I really can't wrap my head around is that it has been raining for like the past like 2 or 3 weeks. Yet I don't see any water down here. It's completely dry as a desert. So I guess that could be because this is the entrance is at the top of a hill, or the entrance I saw was at the top of a hill, and I mean it's under a tree, but I don't think that would deflect that much water. So I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
So he's setting us up really well here, where he's saying that by all means, this place should have some dampness. This place should have some water that has kind of spilled into this hole. And something's a little weird that it hasn't. But he's almost trying to reverse engineer like the psychological effect by saying, oh, well, maybe, you know what, maybe that's not the case. So he's kind of talking to himself because he's definitely on edge. He's uneasy, which is effective horror, turning it on the viewer. We're uneasy watching him. We're kind of reliving this through his eyes as the viewer. I think it's pretty, you know, effective what he's doing here to build this up. And now we're starting to see that it's getting a little darker down here. He's very deep under the ground. It would be abnormal, I should say, for someone to not be scared in a position like this. The feeling of unknown.
I will say it is starting to get pretty cold down here, though.
So we've come to the end with darkness here.
Just realizing I'm gonna have to walk back up.
Oh, so he's looking back up. But then when you look down, that's the last light on the wall.
Fuck it.
He's going for it.
The further I go, I'm starting to realize that this is a really stupid idea. But hey, natural selection, right?
For science. What's at the bottom?
I'm smelling like cut grass. Like when you mow the lawn. It's smelling good after. I think that's the chlorophyll, right?
Some foreboding music coming in. Do we see a door at the end?
I think... Is that a door?
Yeah, that's a door, all right.
Can't really see. My eyes are all screwed up from the light on the phone.
We have like an old style looking door that looks very creepy, very weathered.
Dude, I'm fucking shaking.
Ooh. No handle on the door. I'm not going in there.
Jesus.
Looks like we have another, like a cell, like a jailhouse bathroom, jailhouse shower room or something like that. Super creepy.
That's music. Okay.
Yeah, music means get out. What's that, a washing machine on the other side of them? It's like an office space. Oh, don't. He's gonna go under.
I'm not supposed to be here. Are you serious?
Carpeted floor, just like in the back rooms.
I am not supposed to be here.
Yeah, this is definitely somewhere where you're not supposed to be. It's like almost like an old office space.
Desks.
Still some foreboding music. Aside from this kind of classical music that's going on. Then now it almost looks like a department store leading into a mall. That's exactly what it is.
Looks like some kind of shopping center. Looks like a shopping mall.
Something.
I'm not even sure if I can post this on YouTube.
Something unsettling is coming, I can tell. And just like that, it's over. I like how it had that build up at the end and I felt like something was going to happen, but nothing did happen. But that's sometimes what is fun about this kind of horror and how it's effective, is because like you don't have to have cheap jump scares. This kid seems to get that. Just building atmospheric horror is enough. It's enough to really make somebody's imagination go wild, which I'd argue that there's nothing scarier than what your imagination can have you think. There's really nothing scarier than that. Things can be jump scares, things can pop out, but then you settle into the disturbance, so to speak. You become desensitized to that disturbance by becoming familiar with it. But if nothing happens, but there's just anxiety and dread looming around you at all times, the madness that not knowing or feeling despair is enough to scare you into shitting yourself. You don't always have to have the jump scares. This kind of horror, I think, is going to be very successful moving forward. It's a concept that I think is going to build, and same with the Backrooms. I'm very excited to see the Backrooms movie because these are all things that we're exploring, these liminal space horrors, these kinds of scares that don't have to have necessarily jump scares. They're very familiar places. They tend to lean on hoping that your senses are dulled by the monotony in order to try to pin down the imaginative horrors that you could place there. Your imagination is running wild. That is the scariest thing to you, because you're constantly wondering, you know, what's behind the wall, what's on the next floor. Yes, jump scares are effectively horrifying sometimes, but they go, you know, they go away, they come and go. It's a momentary response, whereas the unknown just continues. If you just build suspense and you don't introduce an antagonist, the person's imagination is going to create an antagonist within itself. This kid's going places. I think he is going to evolve to create some of the best conceptual horror that we have yet to see. And he's going to keep pushing the boundaries of what the human imagination perceives as horror. So with that being said, thank you for watching the video. Maybe take time to watch another video, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.